Welcome, my wonderful viewers. Last time we talked about addition operation regarding algebraic expressions. I hope you enjoyed that video. Today we'll be looking at subtraction operation. But just a recap. Remember last time I told you that addition means bringing two or more stuff together, right? Now again, just to help you remember what we did last time, where I said, for instance, if we have an example such as this, let's say we have 6y plus 4y, right? What will it be equal to? Now remember I told you that addition, you can take it to mean the adding stuff together. Like, how do I mean? Now let's say 6y means you have 6 stuff and then plus another 4 stuff. You can assume that you have this y, you can replace it with something that is relatable, such as the dollar, such as pencil, such as any object you can think of. Let's say somebody has $6. Let's change this y to a dollar sign, right? Because I know some of us like money, right? So we can change it to a dollar sign. Now let's say we have $6 here and plus $4, right? So what will it give us? We'll have what? $6 plus $4 will give us what? $10, right? As simple as that. So that is just addition for you. So anytime you see addition, you just add together, you bring together. But today, we'll be looking at subtraction operations, right? So we'll be looking at subtraction operations. Now, we have an example here on the board. We have 5x minus 2x, right? 5x minus 2x. How do we go about that? Now, another thing you need to remember is that algebra or algebraic expressions work with the same rules as arithmetic or basic arithmetic. Now, all the rules, remember I told you last time, all the rules you know about basic arithmetic, all of them apply to what? Algebraic expressions, in simplifying them, right? Now, here we have 5 stuff. Now we are meant to remove 2 stuff from it, right? Now, this S could be anything, it could be any unknown, it could be money, it could be any object. Now you have 5 of it, but you are told to remove 2 of it. So when you remove 2 from 5, what is left? We are going to be left with what? 3x, as simple as that, right? Now recall again, these are like terms. We have x here, we have another x here. These are what? Like terms. But what if you are being given an algebraic expression where the terms are not similar or they are not like terms? How do you get about it? Now for instance, let me give another example that you can relate to. Let's say we have something like this. Let's say we have 7k minus 3p plus 5k, something like this. Now, how do you go about this? Again, in simplifying this type of algebraic expression, you are going to do what we call collecting like terms. Now, ask yourself, in these algebraic expressions, which of the terms are similar? Now, if you watch carefully, you see that here we have k, right? K, and here we have k also. So 2 of them are similar terms. So what then do you do? We are going to group them together, let's bring them together. So we have that this is 7k, right? Plus this other one 5k, and then we now have minus 3p, right? Now again, this is addition, right? These 2 addition operations. So let's add them together. We have 7 stuff. Let's say $7 and $5. All together we'll have what? $12 or 12k minus 3p. Again, this will be our final answer. Why? Because k and p, they are on similar terms. They are not related. So this will be our final answer. Now let's take a look at the next example. We have minus 14y plus 3y plus 7x. How do we solve this problem? Now look at something here. Y and y, they are similar terms. So you bring them, already they are together. But then you need to take note of the signs. Here we are meant to take out 14 from 3. Now the problem here is, how could you take out a bigger number from a smaller number? But that's not the issue. Now look at it. When we talk about subtraction, usually I teach my viewers or students to understand it this way. Now, each time you see minus, minus means you are owing. You are owing stuff. You are owing stuff, right? It could be anything. Now, plus means you have stuff, right? Now, let me use this simple illustration to demonstrate this. Now, minus 14 here means you are owing somebody 14 stuff, right? You are owing somebody 14 stuff. Minus 14y means you are owing somebody, you are owing what? 14 stuff, right? And then plus 3y means you already have, you have 3 stuff, right? Now ask yourself, you already owing 14. But then you have 3. Now the person you are owing now says, please, could I have back what you are owing me? Right? But then you now tell the person, I only have 3. Please, could I give you that 3 so that some other time I will need to balance it up, right? Now, if you already have 3, but then you are owing 14, the time you give the person you are owing this 14 stuff 3, ask yourself, how many more do you need to balance up? Now you discover that it will be what? 11, right? So you now have 11 more to balance up the person you are owing. So you are still owing what? You are still owing 11 stuff, right? So that is how we got minus 11y. So these two together will give us minus 11y. And then we now write plus 7x. Now this is our final answer, right? Why is it our final answer? Why is it our final answer? Because y and x, they are not similar. They are on similar terms. But then, like I said, this is our final answer, but we can decide to rearrange. How do we rearrange? We can say this final answer is same thing as 7x plus 7x minus 11y, which is same thing as what? 7x minus 11y. Now, with that being said, I'm going to give you an example for you to solve, and then you give me your answer in the comment section. Let's say we have something like this: 12x minus 3y minus 6x. So what will it be? Then the next one, this is the first one. The next one will have, let's say, 7k minus 3k plus 4. What will it give us? Please take note. Here we just have an ordinary number. While in all of these terms, they all carry a variable, or they all carry variables. Please, I want to see your answer in the comment section. Now, in the next video, I will teach you how to express or solve or simplify algebraic expressions that involve multiplication. So I will see you in the next one, and also in the comment section. Thanks for your time.